Most people claim they want to hear God's voice. But the truth is, if He spoke to you as clearly as you're asking, it would wreck you, because His voice demands response. It shatters comfort zones, and it exposes hidden motives you've secretly been clinging to. The real reason so many believers struggle to hear God clearly isn't because He's silent. It's because the noise in their soul is too loud. Your fears, your lusts, your insecurities, your obsession with control, they drown out the still, small voice Elijah heard in 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 12. The one that doesn't shout over your chaos but waits for you to silence it. God isn't competing with your distractions. He's waiting for you to starve them. And here's the shocking thing. Sometimes God won't speak until you walk away from voices He never told you to listen to. That toxic relationship you're desperately clinging to. That constant scrolling. Those secret conversations in your head where you imagine being validated by people you don't even like. Those things cost you clarity. If you wonder why your prayers feel like they hit a ceiling, it's because you've let other voices sit on the throne of your heart. Jesus said in John chapter 10 verse 27, "My sheep hear my voice. And I know them, and they follow me." Notice the order. Hearing comes from belonging. And belonging demands obedience. Some of you want God's voice but not His authority. You want His direction but not His discipline. And that's why you stay confused. The second reason you struggle to hear God is because you only listen for what you want to hear. You've secretly made up your mind about the outcome. And now you're just hoping God agrees with it. That's not relationship, that's manipulation. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 8 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." The clarity you're desperate for won't come until you're willing to hear what you didn't ask for. Sometimes the voice you're ignoring is the one saving your life. The warning in your gut. The unease about that opportunity. The conviction you dismissed as overthinking, that was Him. And you called it anxiety. The third reason is unconfessed sin. This isn't a popular message because modern Christians love grace but hate repentance. Psalm chapter 66 verse 18 makes it plain. "If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me." Some of you are crying out for a word from God while secretly protecting a sin you've normalized. The shocking part is, you've convinced yourself it's not that bad because it doesn't hurt anyone. But it's killing your discernment. Every compromise costs clarity. You can't expect to hear a holy God while entertaining unholy habits. Fourth, and you need to hear this, your environment matters. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places to pray. Luke chapter 5 verse 16. Because clarity doesn't happen in crowds. The reason you feel foggy is because your circle isn't built for consecration. It's built for comfort. People who constantly need to be validated by others will rarely receive correction from God. Some of you need to clear your space to clear your spirit. The conversations you're having, the music you're listening to, the content you secretly binge at night, it all conditions your soul to either be receptive to God's whisper or resistant to it. Finally, you have to ask yourself if you're actually doing what God last told you to do. Because here's a hidden truth most won't admit. God doesn't waste words. If you ignored His last instruction, don't expect a new one. Luke chapter 8 verse 18 warns, "Consider carefully how you listen. Whoever has will be given more, whoever does not have, even what they think they have will be taken from them." Some of you are praying for new direction when God's waiting for you to finish what He already told you. The secret to hearing Him more clearly isn't in chasing prophetic voices or viral sermons. It's in obeying the quiet conviction you keep brushing aside. Your next breakthrough won't come by accident. It will come when you silence the idols. Confess the sin, check your circle, surrender your plans, and finally obey. The voice of God is not absent, it's just waiting for you to create space sacred enough to hear it.